Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to The Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Everybody, and welcome back to another episode of All Things Beauty. I am your host, S. Murray, and today I have my special guest that was with me last week. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Haley James of Becoming Mrs. Blog. I'm glad to be back.
Yes, thank you for coming back today.
It's always a joy to be here. Always a joy to be here. I'm getting used to this.
You guys will see a lot more of her to come as time progresses and things like that. So how was your day?
It was good. It was long, but it was good. I really shouldn't complain.
Really?
Yeah. You know how work is, 8 to 5, and then driving traffic across town.
And this girl came all the way from Webster, y'all.
Yes. I work all across the city. So, I'm usually in an hour's worth of traffic all the time, daily. Yeah. Except for on the weekends, obviously. But it wasn't, it's Houston. It's going to take you that long or almost that long to get anywhere anyway. So,
yes, you're right. And what about the temperature?
It was hot.
Yeah, it's hot out there. It's like,
I guess
it's fall, but not really.
The weather has not gotten the memo. But I heard it's supposed to get cooler this week. So, yeah. But it's supposed to be cool this week, so we're going to get out and about and enjoy the weather.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what you got on your lips today, girl.
I actually just bought this color last week, and I've been looking for a really good kind of pinky mauve nude, and went into MAC one day to pick up a eyebrow pencil, and I saw this matte liquid lip color, and it's called So Me. And it's like it's a pinky mauve, perfect for, the fall. And I lined it with good old chestnut. So Old Faithful chestnut.
You got the whole nude thing rocking over there. Yes. I like it.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Even your eyeshadow. I really, really like it.
And then I'm wearing this mustard color, shirt, which is kind of fall-like too. So I was like, maybe I can usher in some cooler weather with my fashion today. Okay. Here's to hoping.
Awesome. Well, for me today, I have decided to, since you talking about usher in, I decided to usher in my more fall appropriate lipstick. And today I'm wearing Vampira, and this is from Kat Von D.
Oh, yeah.
And I got this out of Sephora.
Yes.
I believe they run about $20. Yes. It's a liquid lipstick, and I really, really love this color. I've been having it for a really long time. And it's just like a chocolate brown type of color with a small hint of red.
I like
a
it.
burnt red.
I like it.
But yeah, I really, really like I love to pull this one out when it starts getting colder and stuff.
I have a couple of her lipsticks, and they really last.
They do.
You don't have to reapply 2 or 3 times a day. Maybe once after you eat, and then you're having to scrub it off at night.
Yeah,
so that's what you want in a liquid lipstick. You want, or any lipstick for that matter. You want it to last.
That is true. The only thing about this one is it does go on patchy. Okay. So you do have to let that first layer dry and then go back over it because it's I think it's the color pigment.
Yeah.
That
Another thing with matte lipsticks is they say it's good to exfoliate your lips.
Oh yeah.
And there's some really good lip exfoliants out there, natural ones too. And they say it's really good to exfoliate your lips so you don't have any, dry skin or anything like that. And it makes them go on really smooth.
That much smoother.
So I'm actually out of mine. I'm trying to reorder soon. But that's a really good tip that I got maybe about a year or so ago to exfoliate your lips, especially before, matte lipsticks or liquid lipsticks.
And you could use something simple as your toothbrush or even like sugar.
Absolutely.
And rub it across your lips like that.
They have like DIY on Pinterest.
Oh yeah.
Where you get like brown sugar and a little bit of maybe coconut oil or olive oil, and you could do it yourself at home with stuff that you already have at home.
Awesome.
So lip tip, I guess.
Lip tip of the day. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm jealous of your eyelashes. I left my eyelashes at home. They look good.
Shout out to Flirty Eyes, Clinae Wheeler. She does my lash extensions. And so I went a while without them, and I was like, ooh, I'm missing my lashes. So I went back last weekend and got some more, because there's just nothing like having them on. You just wake up and you don't have to do very much.
Wow. So, loving them.
Hey, Clinae.
So yes, today we invited a whole new guest in today, and I'm so excited, not only because she's a Black business owner, but she's also Madison alumni.
Okay.
And I would like to welcome Miss Lesile Phillips of Obsidian Beauty. Hey, lady.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys for the invitation. It was a little bit in the works for a while, but I'm here now, and I'm super excited.
Yes,
Glad to have you.
Yes, she's right. We've been talking, I think, since at least I had to scroll back. Oh man, it was like July when I was trying to hunt you down. But yes, I'm so excited to have you here. Not only because you're a Madison alumni, but just to have a Black beauty supply owner.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's really rare. It shouldn't be so rare, but it's crazy that it is. And that's probably the number one thing in terms of a reaction that I get from customers, different people that we work with, when they find out like it's Black owned. Like, you're the own, really? Like, seriously? Like, I've just never seen that.
They probably think you're in there shopping.
Kind of odd.
Yeah.
Or I just work there.
Right. Right.
So they'll put two and two together after a while and be really, really surprised by it. And I feel like in 2017, that shouldn't be the case. But
Yeah.
So tell us, how did you even get started? Like, how did you even get into the beauty industry this way?
Well, just a little bit of background on me. For one, I grew up in a salon. So my mother was actually a leader in the beauty industry in Houston, Texas. She was a top person in an organization called NACIS, which NACIS regulates beauty schools. She also was a past president of Citywide Beauticians. So I kind of grew up in that aspect of cosmetology, and she also owned a salon.
Okay.
So she owned a 7-chair salon that I grew up washing towels, talking to customers, getting them water. So I kind of grew up in that environment. So it's very full circle, because even though I grew up doing that, I had no interest at all in owning a salon and owning a beauty supply when I was younger. My background is more in corporate marketing, corporate sales. So I'm more of a high-level, professionally trained salesperson. So my background is really in marketing. I finished college, finished grad school, worked for 3 major companies, the bulk of my career in pharmaceutical sales. But I always had an entrepreneurial spirit. So I always had a mindset to own a business. So I made that decision back in 2011 to open Obsidian Beauty.
Wow.
In 2014, 2014, I resigned from my corporate job and became a full-blown entrepreneur, and I've been that since then.
That is
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And not only is it amazing that you're a Black beauty supply owner, that you're young and doing it.
Relatively. I feel older and older every day, because it's not easy.
Depending on who you ask. I mean, that is awesome.
True. It is true. So, it's not easy for sure. I'm sure people, probably think any type of business or being an entrepreneur, starting anything from scratch, from new, it's not easy.
Right.
And there is a reason why you don't see more of us
Right.
in this industry,
Right.
because it's very difficult.
Right.
But what I set out to prove is that it could be done, because I would always wonder, well, why I chose beauty supply, specifically, was because it was a business I noticed that was obviously a very stable business, because
That's true.
we, as
Our
Black
products.
women,
Yes.
Absolutely.
we have specific needs when it comes to hair care and skincare.
Yes.
So ethnic beauty is a very niche group. And anytime you have a niche, a need that's not being met, that equates to dollars.
Yes.
So I saw that as being a stable business. And then also I saw that it was only really done one way. It was only really done one way. And back when we was growing up, I know the beauty supply stores in our area, it's like they would be there for years and you really wouldn't have any alternatives.
That's
So
right.
the attitude back then, at that time, this was before the internet and all of that, was kind of like, the customer service was very poor. The appreciation for the business was very poor. The level of communication between the store owners and the consumers were very poor. The store owners didn't understand anything about my hair, my
Don't even talk
skin, what I
English.
needed, what was important to me.
Absolutely.
And back then, it's kind of, you just have to pretty much go with that, because you really didn't have another option. So in my mind, I felt like, what, our dollars deserve respect. Our dollars deserve, that level of communication where it's like, I know what I'm buying and I don't just have to settle for something that I think maybe, there's no other aspect of business where you don't know anything about your consumer and you can still get rich.
Right.
Or the cars they sell, they know who their target consumer is. They know them back and forth, like we're talking about Kat Von D, she knows her demographic. She knows
Right.
what they want. So how can this segment of business that Black women outspend everybody 10 to 1 in be controlled by individuals that know nothing about their customer base?
Right.
So
Wow.
therein, was the opportunity that really it was. For me, initially, I wanted to disprove what everybody was telling me in terms of, oh, no, you can't do that. They won't sell to us. The Koreans, they own that. So, it just can't be done. So part of it was really just an experiment, too, to see, well, why? Why is
Right.
it so unbalanced? Like, why can't we do this? And we know what we want and what we need and what we like.
Right.
Wow, all that marketing wrapped up in one. We just got marketing 101, y'all.
Right.
Wow, you studied your business, you studied your craft, and went in head first. That is awesome.
And I would imagine your background in marketing really was an asset in you forming your business and getting it out there and making it known and plain that, hey, this is here and this is what we as Black women can do. I'm sure, what you did in school and your corporate experience, did not go to waste.
Yeah, it definitely helped in terms of taking the leap, but it's just not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy for the smartest person or the person with the most experience, because it's just a hard, competitive industry and business. But it did make me more comfortable in taking a calculated leap, because I had retail experience. I had retail management experience. I had marketing experience. So there's nothing that I do now for my own business that I haven't done for a company and for someone else's business.
Right.
So because of that, the transition was easier, but it does not make the business easy.
Right.
Wow.
No.
Huge. Well, while we're talking about businesses and money and aspects and things like that, this portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? That's right. 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. 39% of adults say they don't have enough in their savings. Don't become one of the statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager, just like what you were talking about. By scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463, or you can email them at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask them again how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of and new ages of financial services. So we're talking about, you were talking about the marketing aspect, but also the financial aspect, having the financial backing going in. How was that for you?
Well, I'll say this. To start any business, it takes money. It takes money. Now, how you go about securing that money, there are so many different ways, to secure capital. But specifically a retail business, if you're thinking about whether it's a beauty supply store or boutique, anything that is an inventory based and retail business, it takes a lot of cash flow just to keep it going. Because you think about it, like they have new things that come out all the time, new products, new types of hair, new types of wigs. I remember when everybody was all on Remy hair, now they on bundle hair. You know what I mean? It used to be, everybody was on motions and organic root stimulator. Now everybody on the natural tip with, Shea Moisture and Talia Bourgie. So just imagine investing in those products, and then all of a sudden they're not popping no more. Then what? Your money is tied up. So to continually keep an inventory flow going, it takes a lot of money to run and maintain any type of retail business. I would say, there are, SBA loans out there, there are grants, there are different support organizations for small business owners. Definitely, expound on all of those things. If you can find an investor, for me, like I said, I came from corporate, so I was a really good steward of my finances. I had a really, really well-paying, corporate type of job. So I, never went through the process of getting a loan and that kind of thing. Lots of people have done that.
Yeah, that is a blessing.
But, that's really a good thing to do, because, you don't want to really spend or put all your money into a new venture, into a business when you don't have to. But that's just not the route I took because of things that I had done previously. So, if you can find an investor, if you can save money, I don't think you can do it 100% one way or the other. I wouldn't recommend somebody using only borrowed money, and I wouldn't recommend somebody using only just their finances. Like have something, because unexpected things happen, and you still have to live. So. And I, had to make sure my business was stable enough before I made that huge decision to let my job go. Because I really did both for the first 2 years.
Okay. Nice. And so also, not only do you have the beauty supply store, you have a salon in the back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, again, that's all a part of business. Things change. Just like we're talking about the trends change and all of that. You have to be able to change and evolve and meet the needs of the business and change that goes on. And see opportunities in your business where you can have multiple streams of income to help, to support things. So
that's dope.
What I noticed as we, started as a traditional beauty supply store, or really a non-traditional boutique beauty supply store, giving that alternative to the regular Korean traditional transactional business, we became also a referral hub for stylists.
That's true.
Because people would ask us in that area, like, okay, I have the products. Okay, so, but where can I get my hair done?
Right.
Because we're in the Jersey Village area, and there's a very big mix of people there, but there's not as many black salons, too, is what I noticed when I moved out there. So I took that opportunity, and about the salon we've had probably for about 3 years. I went ahead and got the store licensed as a salon because I wanted to now evolve us into a one-stop shop for women. So we do braids, hair, makeup 7 days a week.
Oh, wow.
I work with multiple makeup artists, braiders, hairstylists. So we're always looking for good people. So anybody that's a really great hairstylist, braider, makeup artist, hit us up on social media because we're always looking for great people. But it just gives us the opportunity to service our customer base even better, because you can do all things in one place and, get the products as well.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Wow.
That you even tapped into the market, saw the need,
Yeah.
right, and tapped into the market. That is huge. Girl, you are.
Because we were sending the money out the door,
Right. Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't as convenient for people to sometimes go other places. So that was just another way that we could utilize the space better. So we started off with 2 chairs, and then as those got busier, I remodeled again probably about a year ago and added 3 more chairs. So now we have 6 chairs and a makeup chair in addition to the store side. So we pretty much do everything there.
Right.
That's awesome, because a lot of times when you go to get your hair done, and the person recommends, to go get the hair, well,
It's
you're
already
right
there.
here.
You're right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. You're open 7 days a week too. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
because
so rare.
we're a store, most beauty supply stores are open
Right.
7 days a week, and we're in an area where we're on a parking lot with like a Kroger, a McDonald's, other places where they have that traffic 7 days a week, so it doesn't make sense really for us to be closed,
Right.
So it also gives that opportunity to people that can only get their hair done on the
Exactly.
weekend because they work, during the week.
Exactly.
And also stylists and other beauty service providers that need a flexible schedule, that don't mind working on a Sunday or Monday, which is typically an off day for a stylist. So we try to meet the need of every person's schedule.
Right.
Awesome.
That is
So,
awesome.
let's see. So before we get off Facebook, we're gonna give a couple people a shout out there. We see some people that's watching. We have Junius King. Hey, Junius, how you doing? Thanks for watching. Jacqueline Chambers.
I see my Uncle Don with Stewart watching. Hey, Scooby.
Okay, then. He really mean DEN.
Right.
And then TL James. Hi, TL.
Oh, hey, Tia. She's one of our customers.
Is she?
Yes.
Oh.
She's very versed in everything Obsidian. She's been down with us for a long time, since the beginning.
Then we have Jenna Peavy. Hey, Jenna.
Janae.
Janae?
Went
Okay.
to college with Janae. Hey, girl.
Your people are out here supporting, babe. And then I know Lene had reshared it. She said she was going to watch
She
it.
is a great customer and friend and a fellow alumnus of
Okay.
Madison.
So, yes, Facebook, this is going to end our Facebook Live session. Guys, we have so much more in store. We're going to get all the way into, we're going to talk about Asian market and how she's dealing with it. We're going to talk about the Black Beauty dollars. We also have some questions that come in from some of the people on Facebook. So we're going to get those questions answered, and you do not want to miss. This is huge, right?
Yes.
So Facebook, don't forget to subscribe to the show on all major platforms. That is iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Store, and Stitcher. Don't forget to review our show. Let us know how you're doing. We want constructive criticism. We want to hear about it. And then don't forget to share this Facebook Live video. Share with all your friends, your family. And then don't forget, you can donate to the mission. That's right. You can donate to bring enriched content and inspiring that inspires us each and every week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate. All right, guys. So thanks for watching Facebook. Bye. Oh, she said, hey, at the end. So, I did have a question someone wanted me to ask you, and she wanted to know, before we get into our segment 2 topics, did you use a Beauty Supply Institute to get started?
No. I've heard of them. I think they kind of came about, or I started hearing about them a while after I opened, because I've been open for 6 years, but I've heard about them the last few years. And, it's interesting, because there was previously a time when I first heard about them that someone that I was working with was pitching me to them to speak at one of their conferences. So we were kind of like in talks with them. And didn't end up speaking at their conference. Matter of fact, I think that one was in California. But what I did notice is a lot of people that speak for them, they're not people that actually own beauty supply stores. So I don't know. That's just something to keep in mind. But I think any kind of resources is good for people that want information. But I kind of look at it the same way as like a credit repair. Y'all know how people will charge you to do a credit repair, but it's not really, it's stuff that you couldn't do yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for that convenience and to cut out some of the learning curves, sure, it'll be a great thing if you want to pay for that service. But a lot of that research you could be able to do on your own.
Right. Okay.
So I'm not familiar with them in that way. Like, I've never used them.
Okay. And plus, if they saw the first segment, we talked about your marketing background and stuff like that, so they understand how you got your experience.
Sure.
So segment 2, yes, you wanted to talk about the importance of supporting Black businesses and Black owned businesses. I said, if she picked this topic, this must mean something to her.
It does. I think it means something to every person in a small business community, not just Black businesses, because it's just the psychology of the things that people don't think about when, what you do for yourself when you support a small business, a community-owned business, a Black business. You are, putting that competition into the marketplace where even, the big businesses have a reason to service you better because there's strong competition out there. Competition is good for everybody because the bar is raised when there's competition. But I think in our community, and specifically to ethnic beauty supply stores or beauty supply stores, we're very conditioned to get everything from one place and to trust one type of person. And we're in that, we're just in that routine.
That's true.
So that we kind of question anything, else that's going on.
Right.
And if it's one thing I've learned in doing this, I've learned so much just about the deepness of that psychology. Like I literally, like I said, the first 2 years of the business, I was still working corporate too. So I was doing both. So I really wasn't, it was more, I wanted to learn. It wasn't even about turning a profit or making money. I wanted to learn. So in that period of time, I really, really focused on and made sure that our prices were exactly the same as the next Korean store, if not lower, right? Because, again, I wasn't even doing it for money at that point. But I would still literally have people be like, oh, it's high. It's high over there. All that high. And I think we have that knee jerk to think, oh, if it's Black owned, it's high.
We do.
I don't trust them.
Right.
Something ain't
something
right.
like that.
And it is the same motion shampoo that you're going to buy here, Walmart, the Chinese store. Like, it's nothing different about it. I was even at dinner one time with a friend, and someone at the dinner, we were talking, and she was asking me about what I did, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know that place." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you should come in here." Oh no, I can't. I went there one time, but y'all too high for me, child. Oh! And I said, okay. I said, because again, I don't get offended. I really want the feedback. I want to know, I said, okay, so what is it that you saw that was high that you normally buy somewhere else? That it was cheaper. I don't know what it was, but I mean, y'all just high. You know what I mean?
Wow.
When, again, I know, just like I told you, it is nothing. There's nothing there that is quote unquote higher. But people they assume that sometimes because of who you are, because of kind of like we were talking about earlier off camera. If it's nice, they kind of they feel like, okay, wait, this don't look like the regular raggedy, dirty, floor to ceiling, beauty supply store. So they probably are not, they're overpriced or whatever, so, to the topic, it's really important because, if you want to see, I feel like a lot of Black businesses, they don't reach their full potential because they don't ever get the support.
Yeah.
So people love to scream, oh, nah, because they not doing stuff right, or the prices are too high, or customer service ain't right. And all of those things are valid. They're true. They do happen in a lot of our businesses. But I think you have to look at sometimes the reason for that. I'll have people sometimes, again, psychology, they'll come in to name off 20 things, to ask you if you have, just to find that one thing you don't have.
No
to
way.
be like, oh, see, y'all don't have,
No way.
It's like, okay, we carry 25 different shampoos. Now we got the number 26, and you like, see, y'all don't have none in here. And it's just like, really? But I've learned over time, like, that's not my customer. Like, people that do all of that, they can really go down the street. Like, I don't care. Like, because they're more trouble than they're worth. But it's just interesting, to see. And
wow.
I say that we need to support community businesses and Black businesses because, if they only carry 5 versions of whatever it is you're trying to buy, they could get to that level to carry that inventory of 25 multiple different brands, but they gotta have your support when they have the 5. No, I mean, I don't think it's a beauty supply store in America that's a huge 5,000, 10,000 square foot beauty supply store like the Korean ones you see, because we would never get the kind of support to get to that level. My business has been there 6 years. We've seen competition come and go. January, a new humongous beauty supply, Uptown Beauty, opened down the street from us, and people could not wait to run over there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a perfect example of, it's like, we're good because we've established certain things, but it is scary at first when that happens. So people shouldn't be so quick to run to that Walmart, when you've been shopping at this, community place that has the same thing, you know. So I just say that to say it's really important because it actually benefits you when you can have competition in a market that you can support, people that know and can build that relationship with you beyond just that transactional business.
Right.
That's awesome. I mean, you are bringing up some really, really good topics. Some of the things that you're talking about. Even me sitting in my Facebook group, a lot of people talk about, well, black businesses, they not professional. They don't open on time.
Yeah.
You got to call them.
The stereotypes.
Yeah. Or even the beauticians, even for me, like I've dealt with a lot of beauticians who they not there. They say 1,
Right.
2
It's
o'clock.
True. It's true.
Right.
and you know what? You have to handle your business. And my thing is, I don't want anybody, and I've never position myself to, I don't want anybody to shop with us because we're black owned solely. Now, some people will just because of that. But for the most part, for me, it's more important that shop with us because we have what you need. And it's icing on the cake that we're also black owned and we understand your needs. But not solely because of that. Because most people, they don't stay with you just because of that. Right. You have to be what you say you are. And that's what I tell my employees. We value customer service. We value our customers. We love and understand our customers. So, of course, you're going to get a better service, from our business than you are from another one, But, like you said, some of that stuff is definitely true. Like I've dealt with bad customer service, but I think, too, you have to also be fair. And a lot of us are more... We're harder on each other than we are on everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, you don't come to me and ask me for a discount on something when you would never go to the Korean
and ask them for
and ask them. You would never think to do that.
Yes.
Don't come to me trying to return this weave that you wore for 2 weeks.
I'm done.
People really do
and
that.
you would never you would respect that Korean man enough to not even go in there like that, but you feel like you can do that with me. So I think it goes on both sides. Yes, of course, it goes both ways. Like, you have to be fair, and then too, I've had a bad experience at Walmart or Target or Papa Do's, but I didn't find myself going in on them on their reviews or whatever. You know what I mean? You just go back and you order something else. Right. But in small businesses, especially our businesses, it's almost like this weird thing on the inside, like we can't wait to tear down. Oh, they ain't doing this or they ain't doing that, So I just say be a little bit kinder, and if you really actually are a supporter and not a closet hater, if you have an issue, go to the business and give them feedback directly to the owner, to the manager, or whatever. Don't just be bad mouthing them and try to make people not, So, because I see it a lot, with a lot of small businesses, and people don't realize the challenges that small businesses face that the big ones don't. Maybe they could have better customer service because they can hire better people if they were making more money. You see what I'm saying? It all goes in a cycle. Maybe they open late because they don't have the staff they need because y'all not supporting the business and they not making enough money to hire 2 and 3 people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So one person car breakdown that morning and that's it. So I think you have to be a little bit more understanding if your heart is truly in it to support.
And give people a second chance. I mean, I know when I was planning my wedding last year, I had this idea that I wanted all black vendors, and I really did. And I did run into some situations, and so I selected someone else, and I was able to at least do half and half. But give people a chance. I mean, I was irritated at the time, but I would never say, I'm not going to chop black business anymore. Yeah. I mean, you just don't know the situations. You don't know what's going on.
It's like people can't wait to say
that
and
don't
throw
do
those
that.
Stereotypes and all of that. And I think it's very individual.
Absolutely.
And again, I don't think, because I'm not going to do it, I don't think anybody should make a concession on what they want and their service and their money just to shop with somebody black. Now, if all things being equal, I would love to go with, someone that's Black, because I know it took them more to get to where that other person is. But I'm not going to make a concession, for equality. So Black businesses also have to step it up and do whatever they need to do, knowing that we're judged more harshly by our own.
I was just going to say, it seems like, and honestly, this is so many things in life, but it seems like we have to work so much harder
even
to get the same results,
amongst each other.
It's
true.
It's sad.
It's very true.
Well, speaking about Black businesses, this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that offers exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to fine possible oral care and overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment through modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable, but Dr. Baptiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Baptiste at Elite Dental Wellness at 713-789-8680. So you skimmed over that lady returning their hair. We got to get back on it.
I know. I was just shocked.
We got to talk back about that, because I refuse to believe that there's somebody out there that used the hair and brought it back. What was her reason to bring it back?
All the time. Happens all the time. So I'll say this too. When you own any kind of business, you have to be very strong. You have to be a very strong-minded person. I've always been strong, but this type of business, it really tests you even more, because you're dealing with the public. And if you deal with the public, each and everybody, comes out. People that don't have the same mindset as you do, people that don't rationalize things the same way you do, people that, some behavior for them is totally acceptable. They don't think anything of, cutting something up, having it sold in their head, wearing it, and figuring, you know what, I changed my mind because this is not the right color, and thinking it's totally reasonable for you to take a loss in your business and try to return it.
Right.
And then if you don't, they gonna act a donkey.
Yeah. I'm sure they are.
Now, that's not the way I would handle something.
Right.
But to another person, it just shows you, like, people think so differently.
Yeah.
So retail is very hard. Dealing with the public is very hard. Dealing with employees also, that you as business owner, you can't handle everything. I can't. I'll break down. Like, I can't handle everything and be there every day and handle every situation and wear every hat. So I have to do a little bit of that in different ways, but I rely on my staff. So if your staff also is not handling something the way you would handle it, because you can train people, but you can't make them you. So the way I would take care of a customer and the way a employee would take care of a customer may actually escalate a situation rather than diffusing it, like I would. So you deal with also, people that are opportunists, and people that want something for nothing, and people that, want to say something is wrong with a product just to get a discount. You know what I mean? So you see all types of values and character when you deal with the public. So you have to be very strong. You have to be very savvy. You deal with people that straight up lie online, on you, to whoever, you know what I mean? Because you're dealing, again, with the public, where they may portray a situation completely differently.
Right.
Then also in my position, I'm also dealing with contractors. So when you're dealing with makeup artists, hairstylists, braiders, that are all at different levels, that charge different things, maybe you as a hairstylist, you're not as serious about your business in that setting on that day with that person. And when the person don't like their hair, or you do something you wasn't supposed to do, guess who it falls back on? Me.
Right.
I didn't do her hair. This person is not really even my employee. They're a contractor using my space to do what they do. But guess who the customer is going to be mad at and expect to fix it? Me.
Yeah.
And guess who is going to reflect badly on my business? They don't even remember the person that did their hair's name.
Right.
So if they want to go write a bad review or do the most and all that, it's not directly my fault, but guess what? I gotta handle it.
Take the blame.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another challenge, but it's just par for the course.
Yeah.
Wow, girl.
Wow.
You have given us a complete earful.
I know.
I'm giving y'all a real.
We appreciate that.
Yes.
It's the real. It is the real. Yeah. So if you want to own a business, everybody knows that it's challenging. But I would say, really do your research, know and understand, and be the type of person and have the type of mindset to handle it. Because it's very rewarding, but it has its pros and cons.
Right. Right.
So you wanted to talk about the untapped economic potential of the Black beauty dollars. We're seeing it so much now, right? With Instagram and with social media, we were talking about the devil earlier. And how much we are out there buying, and how much a lot of companies, bigger companies, don't understand or realize how much our dollars really matter.
Yeah.
So tell them about that. Let's talk about it.
Well, I thought of that topic because I think, we just our community as a whole, we're such a sleeping giant still. I think we just don't realize how much power we have to change economics in this country, to demand products, brands, cosmetic lines, include us, cater to us. I mean, Black women, like we spoke about before, and men, we have specific needs in terms of our hair care, in terms of our skin care. For that reason, we spend a whole lot more than other people do, on those things. Also, Black people, just in the media, in the culture, we set trends.
We do.
Yes,
People,
we do.
they want to be, like us. They want to take from this and that and create something new that everybody's on. Whether it's music, whether it's beauty, whether it's fashion. I mean, just the things that we do creatively with our hair. There's just so much there that people make money off of, but we don't get to share in,
Right.
So, the same thing is true in the beauty supply industry, where, just like I said before, I mean, my store should have been blown up.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, I shouldn't have to do no marketing and no advertising. We sell the same, but the reality is, I don't know of any store that will be on a level of an Uptown Beauty, of an Empire. And it shouldn't be, because 99% of their customers are Black women. So the few of us, it might be 10 in Houston. The few of us that are able to get a store, we should have no worries. Rent should be paid.
Right.
I mean, it should be a breeze.
Right. Right.
But that's really not the case, because Black businesses are struggling. Black beauty supply stores, especially with the market going like it's going, with online, with Instagram, with people. It used to be the only place you could go to get hair was beauty supply store, but that's not the case anymore. So that's why we have to evolve. We have to change. We have unique products. As well, we sell every branded hairline at Obsidian, which makes us very unique, because we also sell our own line of virgin hair, Obsidian Virgin Hair, shout out, which is very popular. But the average person also that sells hair, because Black people do sell hair now, that you're not going to see them be able to sell the regular old Milky Way, Sensational, Ultra branded products like that. And we actually hadn't touched on that, but I'll talk on that. That's a major barrier to Black people owning stores, because even somebody like me that's able to get a storefront, which is a lot in itself, Koreans also own the manufacturing, the distribution. So the things that you need to be competitive, the olive oil, the Motions, the Cream of Nature, the Milky Way, the Sensational, the Ultra, they own that. And they decide if they want to let you sell it or not. And most of us, you can't sell it. Period. You can't.
Really?
No.
How do they even know you're Black owned?
Because they're saying no.
Because you have to open the account, so they have to come and see where you are, what you are, and you can't even talk to them until you have a physical location. It's very, very political. So most of us, they decide they decide whether to let you sell it or not. So it's very, very expensive to open those accounts and carry those products, and it's up to them to let you do it or not. And if you have any other competing Korean beauty supply anywhere near you, it ain't gonna happen. So when I moved to the area that I'm in, there was only one other Korean beauty supply store like 10 miles away. And even with that, it took me over a year to get Milky Way to open an account for me.
Girl, I'm done.
Wow.
And you're talking about also just to open an account is thousands and thousands of dollars that you have to use to open one account. Just so it's not even just them letting you do it. They're going to say this is the minimum. And my biggest account, the minimum was $10,000. Now you have to have more than one brand to have a whole store. That's just one brand. So there's a lot of hurdles to it, and these are the reasons why you don't see many Black people that own beauty supply stores, because it is very expensive and it's very political, and they decide who sells their stuff. And you have to have those things to compete. Because again, what Black people gonna say? Y'all ain't got nothing in here. I'm going down the street where they got shake and go. So how can you compete if you don't have those things? And they decide who sells those things.
Wow.
So that's kind of, yeah.
That is, I
It's
would have never
deep.
thought of it.
Me either.
It's a lot.
Me
Yeah.
either. But before we move on, this portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business? Okay. Looking for a place to advertise? Do you need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your products? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivering platform, including iTunes, Google Play Store, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue coupled with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every single time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So yeah, I thought, I called Milky Way. They gonna send me number 1, 2B, 3.
Right. Right.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Wow.
No. And actually, when I first got started, I did a lot of research and mentoring. Well, I sought out other people that were Black that own beauty supply stores, normally like older Nigerian men that own beauty supply stores, to kind of get the real deal, learn from them, people that have been there before me. And as I got on and got going and got myself going, I actually started purchasing for them because they were in areas where
Girl, get out
they had
of
stores
Dodge.
for 20 years and couldn't get a Milky Way account because they on the south side, it's a beauty supply store in every corner. They're not going to give them that account. And they'll use the excuse of, okay, well, we have a customer here, 5 miles away. And all of it is not like, racism too. Now, some of it is they're just used to dealing with their own people. There's a language barrier, but also it is just economics. Because if you think about it, if I have a $1 million a year customer right here, and I got a $10,000 to $20,000 a year customer right here, why am I gonna piss off my $1 million customer by letting you compete with them? So some of it also makes sense. So I would also help out in that way. People that they couldn't get it done once I got it done, I would help other Black beauty supply stores in order for them.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you just opened my whole eyes to a whole nother,
So see all it takes, and that's why you have to support, these people, because it's not, easy and it ain't cheap, But people don't think about all that when they figure, oh, let me just go down the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took a lot to put all that together.
Because I'm just even thinking about in my neighborhood, this one particular place cannot keep a business in it, like a beauty supply store in it. But Jobella down the street,
absolutely.
he
Popping.
keeps it going. But
Popping.
I think that person's putting that person's out of business.
Yeah.
I never would have thought about it like that.
And the lack of support. I'm sure, because I know that
The
was the spot,
mindset.
Jolabella in
Yeah.
college, but I didn't know any better. And I wasn't aware of any other, beauty supply stores on the south side that may have been Black owned. So I went with where I know.
Yeah.
That's all
what
we
happens.
know.
That's what people do. But
It's unfortunate, though.
It's a bigger picture and a mentality that has to be developed. If you think
Right.
about the Jewish community, I used to work in the Jewish community, and it was just amazed me how they were so. If one person tell you, don't go to that nail place, that place would go out of business. Like, because they all would band together and not go.
Yeah.
Period. You know, so I think we have to be more connected, more supportive of each other. We got a lot of deep issues, like in our community.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a whole other show topic.
It's a lot of deep issues. Just the distrust and, you know, me blowing up is not going to take anything from you.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Competition.
just a lot. You know, so. You know, I choose to deal with those that get it. They have the right mindset. You know, we love, you know, our customers so much that support us and get what we're trying to do. And, you know, try to support when you can. We see a small business out there trying to do it because it don't happen just like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so before we go, tell them what does Obsidian mean?
So Obsidian is actually a black rock that is formed from lava. And it's a black rock that they make expensive jewelry out of. So it's just like you see people with jade jewelry when it comes from jade rock. Obsidian is a black rock that they make jewelry out of. So it's kind of a classy way to say black, and few people know that. So
I love it.
I do too. It's nice. So we have completely run out of time, and we didn't even get to the third segment.
Let me just come back.
We'll do that on part 2.
Yeah, we have to do that part 2 because this is such a deep-rooted issue that I didn't even
realize was as deep as it was.
Mind blown.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's deep.
And it not only that, it's so many moving parts. It's so intricate to owning a beauty supply store, as what you said. It's more than buying this and having it in the store. It's, you know, marketing. It's knowing your customer. It's knowing how to deal with your customer.
Just being strong in general,
And
being
we
able
are
to
a
deal with
special
that.
kind of customer.
Yeah.
We are a special kind of customer. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. So let's tell the people if they want to find your beauty supply store, where to find it. Give us everything.
So obsidianbeauty.com. That's the website. I also do consulting. So if you are interested in opening a beauty supply store in Houston, Texas, I do consulting all over the world, really. So if you have questions, I'm available there. Our Instagram is at Obsidian Beauty. Twitter is at Obsidian Diva. Facebook, Obsidian Beauty Supply. The quickest and easiest way to get in touch is through our social media platforms. So do that at any time. And we're at the corner of Jones and West Road in Jersey Village in the 290 area, 9344 Jones Road. On the same strip center, in the same strip center with Kroger. So we're open 7 days a week. We're a full-scale beauty supply store, and we're also a full-service salon, braiding, and makeup studio. We take appointments 7 days a week as well, so check us out.
Wow. Have you practiced that?
That's next.
Awesome. And of course, Haley, if they wanted to get in touch with you,
Yes.
if they're wanting to get married, this lady runs a whole beauty blog on marriage.
Awesome.
Yes. So, of course, Instagram me, becomingmrs_blog.com. Check out the blog, www.becomingmrsblog.com. And there's a contact page on there. So if you're getting married, you need some consulting on the planning, you need a wedding planner, wedding coordinator, anything wedding related, you can reach out to me on the blog site, and I will be back in touch with you and be ready to help you.
And this show was also really good for you because you're learning a lot. She's starting her, business as a consulting.
Yes.
So she's learning how
to deal with people. I have been in class 101 already so far. So it's
And then you're dealing with the bride.
Yeah. And it's, some brides are easy and other brides are, not. And it's up to you to give them the day that they want. So it's not really about how you feel at all. And that's tough because
true. You got to put yourself aside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because what I would do.
Right. It's totally different.
Me represent my business would do.
Totally different. Totally different.
Huge. And of course.
Journey. It's a journey.
It is. And of course, if you want to reach me, I am on Instagram at ESSM1 and then Twitter ESSM1. And then, of course, for the show, don't forget to tune into the show tomorrow. Well, it'll be tomorrow when you're watching this, I guess. The show is www.thesphere.tv/ATB. We're on iTunes, people, podcasts. We are on Google Play Store, SoundCloud, Stitcher. And he don't have YouTube on there, but we're on YouTube too as well. The whole show is on YouTube as well, child. And so please reach out to us, give us your feedback. If you want us to review any of your products, we all about that makeup. Hey, right?
Yes.
And then we also have other shows on the network that is telling you everything you need here. We have G is for Gents. We have Docs. We have a la carte, Injustice, that's talking about all about the things about the law and things like that. Startup Masters, which tapes right before us, and they're all about entrepreneurship. And I think she would be
a great guest.
Hit for Gary's the host.
I didn't know y'all had other shows. So that's awesome. Yeah.
He's the host on that one, so I think he's gonna probably put you on the schedule. I'll probably let you know right now.
Part 2. On another subject.
Yes. And so that's pretty much it for us, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. Bye.
See you next week.